joining us here on PCSPN. I'm Scribble Scrabble.
And I'm Berserker Rage.
And we are here coming to you live from some random guy's couch to talk to you about the best 5 punslingers in history. Now, Zerk, a lot of people say that there's a pretty similar thing between punslinging and boxing. But what's the real difference that we should pay attention to here?
Well, you know, Scribble Scrabble, punslinging and boxing, they come from a lot of the same places. You know, both of them started, you know, in fist fights mostly.
Yeah.
You know, one person threw a punch, another person threw a punch. That's how boxing gets started.
Right.
But, you know, punslinging, one guy tells a joke, another guy tells a joke. It's not really a joke. The other guy gets punched. That's mostly how it started. But the difference is boxing is a lot of bobbing and weaving. It's bobbing and weaving. You don't want to get hit. You want to throw your punches. You want to get that guy. You want to put him down on the mat. You want to put him like bam, bam, down on the mat.
Down on the mat.
With puns, it's a lot different. You want to take what the other guy's throwing at you, and you want to get it. You want to take it into yourself. You want to mix it up in your head, and you want to throw it right back at him. You want to put it in his face. You want to put it in there like a pie to a clown.
Yeah. Let's get started with number 5 here.
Now, number 5, kicking off the list, is our good friend Flippy.
That's right, and this one comes from part 24 of our Let's Play, where he says the president has declined to comment on the situation. Smiley face, weird face, buck-tooth thing, bleh. Now, it's a pretty good pun, wouldn't you say so, Zerk?
Now, you know, the pun is solid, but you know, he made one vital mistake, and that is that he did not have confidence in his pun. You know, whenever you're putting the pun out there, you gotta be confident. You gotta go for it. You can't just put bleh. It speaks of a weak joke.
I really agree with you, and you can see here in the fight that he's really not the slinger that we all know that he can be.
Yeah, you know, he did a lot of good back in the days. I don't think he's got enough to keep up with these new kids. You know, I really just don't think that there's enough space for him in the top slots.
Oh, that's a pretty good one. Are you looking to rocket into the competition yourself?
Maybe not this time. Maybe next year. You know, I gotta keep myself limber, keep myself going. Gotta train up these new kids.
Just like lean chicken.
You know, and that is just what I'm talking about. Lean chicken is one of those things. You gotta keep it going. You gotta keep it cooked nice and neat.
Right.
And you know, your Thanksgiving dinner is always gonna be spot on.
That's right. I know a lot of people have turkey for Thanksgiving dinner, but a lot of families are switching to chicken because that's just the way that it is.
That's right.
So let's go to number 4.
Our number 4 slot is occupied by Lavala Volkov Diet, Locario Lalori, this guy. And let me tell you, Scribble Scrabble, this guy has been one I've been paying attention to for a long time.
Yeah, he's actually commented almost every one of our Let's Plays, and this one comes from us also from Let's Play number 24, where he says, "These milk puns are driving me utterly crazy." Now, what do you think about this one, Zerk?
You know, I really like this one. He stayed on topic. He got a nice, simple, clean pun in there, and you know, it really shines in this kind of situation.
Yeah, I agree. He really didn't try to milk the pun for all it's worth.
You know, if I wouldn't known any better, I'd say you were gunning for his position on the list.
Well, now, why don't we just calm down here? Well, why don't we just check the fight reel here? As you can see, I really can't contend with someone of this caliber.
And you know, he's really a big up-and-comer. We've got a lot of hopes for him. You know, even seasoned punslingers like me and you know, we could really learn a thing or two from this kid.
That's right. So, thank you. Name?
Now, our number 3 slot is taken by Katie Jones, too. You know, she left a pun on one of our earlier videos, Scribble Scrabble, and it wasn't too confident. I'm really glad to see her kicking up a game.
Yeah, me too. This pun's actually pretty good. It comes from part 30 of our video, so the last video to put in puns. And she wrote, "I can't believe you guys never participate in Party City." Now, like you said, her last pun was a little bit weak, but this one I feel is right on the money. What do you think, Zerk?
You know, I think she did everything right. She waited till the last minute, and she was like a sleeper agent sitting there. No one suspected a single thing, and at the last second, when the ball was dropping, she just dropped the bomb. Everyone's on the floor. She's in 3rd place. Good job.
That's right, she's like a ninja who had a bomb on her katana and then she runs up the Statue of Liberty because that's the best place to put a bomb, and then she takes the bomb off the katana because, I mean, you have to be able to attach these things, and she throws the bomb down into the water and then she throws the katana down in there to initiate the bomb and make it do a splitter cell agent type of thing where it really has two kinds of explosions, and then all the fish in the ground are just totally exploded at this point, and they all fly up, and she's still standing on the Statue of Liberty, and she just punches them all the way onto grills all over New York City. Everyone has a grill, everyone's ready for some fish, and she's really providing it, and the whole city is really thankful.
And you know, that's just the kind of thing that I really just ate up.
So, I know we're at the number 2 slot, sir, but whose footage are we watching right now?
Right now we're looking at Cactus Man 1293. You know, our second runner-up.
That's right, and for good reason. I mean, this pun just knocked me on the floor the first time that I heard it.
Yeah, I saw on the YouTube channel, it's very clear to everyone, your comment said you were on the ground laughing for at least 10 minutes. And
10
you know,
minutes.
I got it. I think me and every other expert out there is agreeing.
Yeah, and as you know, I hate laughing, but let's just get on to the pun. Cactus Man 1293 wrote in video 25 of the series, looks like going into that casino seems like a gamble. Oh, no, I still have to fight back laughter on that one. I just...
No, I totally understand.
Okay, now we're good. We're good to go. So I'm sorry, what were you gonna say?
I was just saying that Cactus Man, you know, this is one of those times, you know, where we had Katie Jones. She was like a sleeper agent. If there was anything more sleeper than a sleeper agent, Cactus Man would be that.
That's
because
right.
He's only left one other pun, I think. He might have even only left one comment. It might not have even been a pun.
It's true.
And then he comes out of nowhere, blindsiding you like a big 18-wheeler, T-boning you on your tricycle.
That's right. So next time you actually have to write a report, especially if it involves puns, why don't you go find a cactus or head to the year 1293.
And you know, that's a good year.
That's a good year. That's the year I was born. Now, as I'm sure you're aware, sir, the sport of punslinging is a very old sport, from around the same time that Sir Mick Macdonald first set sail to discover the Americas.
That's right, and you know, with a thing like this, you know, there are so many good ones, there are so many bright spots in this sport, and you know, we really just didn't have time to get to all of them today.
That's right. That means we're going to have some honorable mentions before we hit number 1. Why don't you tell us a few of them?
You know, we're going to start off this list with one that really stuck out to me. Let's start with DeFupa 101. Why don't you tell us what he had to say?
He said, let's talk about rights and lefts. He said, you're right, so I left.
And you know, this is one of those things, DeFupa, let me tell you. I gotta say this directly to you. This pun was good. I laughed at it. I had a good chuckle out of it. You know, a little bit of knee slapping.
Me too.
But, you know, in the end, you know, it didn't make any sense. So, what are you talking about here? And you can't just come into people's comments.
No.
And you can't.
Calm down.
No, you can't just start, you know, coming into people's comments and leaving puns that don't make any sense. Like, what are you talking about? You're going left, so I'm going right, or I'm right, so you left. Like, what's wrong with that? You know, do you even know anything about this sport? I mean, no, I can't even do it.
Just calm down real quick.
No, you know, let's just talk a little bit about, you know, I don't even want to talk to you anymore, DeFupa. You know, this is done. You know, you're the reason why this sport's dying. In the end, this sport's gonna go downhill, and it's all gonna be because of you, DeFupa. I hope you're happy.
What was that even supposed to mean, DeFupa?
This next honorable mention goes out to Loco Belando Calrissian.
He said, gunfight in a church, grave mistake. Not to mention that the gunfight made Jake very holy. Seeing you guys stuck on this is unburial. You know, I just don't think we can make any sense out of that last one. Let's cut to the fight scenes to see if we can get any recollection from the way he's slinging his puns.
Yeah, you know, I can see right here, I can see from the way he's moving, his form, you know, I think that he was trying to go for unburyable, sort of like unbearable, but unburial, like you bury people in the church.
Right.
So, you know, and I'm looking at him here, and you know, I really think that this was just a mistake, a misspelling.
That's right, and that's what really gets you is these technicalities. It really separates the men from the boys when it comes to the top 5.
Yeah, you know, it can really make or break you. But you know, this guy, I think, you know, I'm not gonna jump on his case about it. He's a good guy, you know. I went out and shook his hand, had a pizza pie with him. We hit a couple kids with shovels. You know, it was a good day.
Yeah. So let's get to the last honorable mention.
Now, our very last honorable mention goes to Miss Elizabeth Brown.
That's right, where she wrote, "You two are precious. Oh my God." Like, you know, here's the thing though. We're not really precious as much as we are handsome, strong, fighty.
No, man.
Like, dude,
I feel precious.
dude, come on, do the voice again. We gotta do that.
No, like, what's the problem? I feel precious.
Like, we gotta do the thing though.
No,
Like, it'll be fun.
I appreciated what she was saying.
Like, we're gonna do this thing where we.
Hey, why don't you not tell me how I feel? Why don't you do that, huh?
Now, I actually have the winner in this envelope right here, but before we get to that, why don't we say a thank you again to everyone who's participated in punslinging since it was invented by George Washington.
You know, that's very important. You gotta thank the people who have made this all possible. The people throughout the years, you know, just the ones that have really just brought us to this point.
That's right, and here we are, the pun brought to us by Camembert Run, where he said, are you gonna count the puns with me?
I'm ready.
Alright, if I hap pun to win whatever the comic twists I mustered up on the spar of the moment, I'm sure that I would relish my surprise at winning and be quite grateful towards the sauce of my reward.
5 puns.
5 puns in one sentence. I mean, just look at the footage here. You can see that each pun that he slings has a powerful punch behind it.
You know, and this is one of those things, the first time you hear that sentence uttered, the first time, you'll know in the back of your mind, 20 years from now, 50 years from now, there's going to be more lists like this made. He may very well be right up there at the top. This is what makes the greats.
I'm sure that if sometime next time that you go to Washington, D.C., you look at the Declaration of Independence, you look at the Constitution, and then you'll see Camembert's names right there next to him, because he's definitely one of the greats.
And you know, he definitely symbolizes one of the things that this country was built on, and that is support. Each of these 5 puns has support behind it. They all help each other, and that's what some people don't realize. To be great, you can't always just rely on your one-off puns. Sometimes you gotta have those puns that support each other, and they bring it all together into one big joke, and that is why he is our champion today.
And not only did he do puns in this one, but he does puns in a lot of our videos, and it was hard to figure out which one was going to be the number one.
And you know, when you see a guy like this, you kind of want to put him in every spot, you know. We could have found ones to put him in the honorable mentions and fill up all 5 spots.
That's right. So congratulations, Camembert 1. You are number 1 in our pun contest. Thanks for watching, everybody. I've been Scrabble. This has been Berserker Rage, and you just finished watching history's top 5 greatest puns in punslinging sports history. This has been an PCSPN broadcast presentation. See you next time, everyone.